Okay, good meetings this morning, getting ready to go out on the field. The guys are doing a nice job. We've adjusted the schedule to be more of a regular season schedule so the guys can get used to that type of schedule, also get used to the idea of getting a game plan, first and second down today, getting a third down game plan tomorrow, getting a red zone game plan the next day. So just really conditioning our bodies, conditioning their minds to be ready to get through a regular season schedule, if you will. So looking forward to that, looking forward to getting on the airplane, heading out to Seattle. Mike McDonald's a very, very good coach, as we've seen firsthand. Got a ton of respect for him. He's got a great coaching staff out there. So it'll be a great challenge for our football team, especially to go on the road playing a stadium that we know is very loud, so you have to deal with the noise conditions, or the crowd noise, which is, again, excellent work for our football team. But we'll start that work really in earnest today. And with that, I'll take any questions.
Follow up on Amari. How's he doing?
Good. Yeah. Yes.
Talked to you on Sunday. You said that Hakeem was going to be out a little bit. So was it worse than you thought, or is he on? I know.
Yeah, he's it's multiple weeks, his injury.
Kevin, how did you feel when you saw the schedule that you had to go out to Seattle for a night game in the last game of this preseason?
Good question, Tony. Yeah, that was surprising to us. Typically, that third game you stay local, but why don't you hang out here on Monday? The game's on Saturday, right? So we'll be pulling up Sunday morning around 8 a.m. Why don't you hang out and ask me that question then?
You had some control over preseason games.
Me too.
Do you feel in some ways that, is that taxing?
No, it's honestly, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
We're going out there a couple days early. We'll get used to that time zone. Listen, there are worse things in life. It's a nice plane that we're on, so it'll be fine.
Update on Mo. I know, he had left that second joint practice.
Yeah, getting better. Not ready to practice just yet, but getting better.
As far as the plan with Deshaun, still go?
Yeah, so all of our starters should expect to play, and then we'll determine who does or doesn't, how many plays they do. Like I told you guys, in particular with Deshaun, I want to take in all the information this week and really make a final determination later in the week.
How much he's going to play, or if he's going to play?
Yeah, I think both. I think, like I told you guys, you have a plan, but you want to make sure as you get through the week that you feel good about it. So we'll make that determination later.
If it comes to pass that Jed isn't ready for Dallas, would you consider an emergency start for Bitonio at left tackle?
Yeah, I think those are all things that are speculative and for me, so I really not really concerned so much about Dallas right this minute. Obviously, we've done a lot of work on them, but focused on Seattle this week.
Safe to say that Jermaine will be the first team left tackle this
He'll
week?
get some work in there, yes.
What have you seen from him, and is there a comfort level given the fact that he started as many games as he has?
Yeah, he does a nice job. He's really done a nice job since the moment he stepped foot on campus here, getting to understand our scheme, obviously familiarity with what we're doing, playing both right and left, tough guy, plays hard, like a lot of things about him.
Offer in terms of your decision on whether or not to play Deshaun, does the left tackle thing factor into it and other things?
Yeah, I think all things factor into every decision for all of our players, truthfully. We go player by player, and what we're trying to figure out is what do they need to get ready for a 17-game season. That's really every determination is based specifically on that player.
His opinion factor into this as well, if he wants to play?
Of course, yeah. That's kind of our players. I have a very good relationship with these guys where they should feel comfortable talking through those type of things. I think all of our players like playing football, so they enjoy the competition part of this. But we listen to our players and we make decisions.
Foreman, when we talked to him after the game Saturday, he campaigned for catching more balls out of the backfield.
I would too if he did what he did in that game.
What does he offer you for this offense?
Yeah, he's a good player, runs hard, and talking about that play, Jeff, where he did catch the ball, he put his head down and ran hard, and he's a big man that I don't know if the guys are eager to tackle. So he runs downhill, he runs with purpose, he can catch the ball, smart kid. He's doing a nice job.
Kevin, as you work through the offensive tackle situation, what have you seen from like Lorenzo Thompson, and you guys brought back Chim? Like, what have you seen from them in training camp?
Yeah, all of those guys are working very hard, Kelsey. I think versatility is so important in this game. So guys, your ability to play left, play right, bump inside the guard, play some center. I mean, all those things are important for young players, and I think a lot of those guys, whether it be in games or in practice, are showing up in different spots, and that takes a ton of work in the meeting rooms and a ton of work out in the field.
Darius didn't do a lot in terms of team drills and the joint practices. Do you expect him to be out there Saturday?
Yeah, I would really go back to the previous discussion where each one of our guys will make a determination. He continues to get better, so he'll be out there practicing, and then we'll make a final call on a lot of these guys later in the week.
What about Hopkins, Dustin Hopkins? Does he fall in that group too?
Yes, yeah, but he's doing better.
His injury wasn't a super usual one for quarterbacks. Do you feel the need for him to take a hit before you get to week 1?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. He's played a lot of football. He's been tackled a lot, so but he's confident.
They changed the rules in terms of players going on IR being designated return without having to be on the initial 53.
Yep.
How much is that, considering the situation you have with the number of key guys, how much is that going to benefit you guys? That rule change is going to benefit you guys as you make final decisions?
I think it's a good question, Chris. I think Andrew and the crew look at all those things and all the different hypotheticals and that go into it. And I know, obviously, Andrew has a plan based on how we obviously come out of this game, but those all factor into it, yes.
If Deshaun doesn't start this game, will Jameis start?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I can't say just now.
Will this sort of come down to a game time decision, or do you anticipate announcing it sometime before that?
We'll see. Yeah, not today, but we'll see.
Any update on how close Naheem Hines is to potentially returning for you guys?
He's working very hard. I don't have a date for you guys with Naheem, but works extremely hard. I get to watch him work, so he's doing well and progressing well.
Kevin, Miles Harden, it just seems like, has continued to make plays in practice, especially with Greg and Denzel missing some time. Just what have you guys seen from him so far?
Yeah, a very good young player, has made some plays in practice, made some plays in these games, continuing to get better, really fits in well with that group, so excited for Miles.
Kevin, where's Jack Conklin at as far as maybe returning to practice at some point? And also, if he is able to get back, do you view him as strictly a right tackle, or could he move to the left side?
Jack, again, a guy who's worked extremely hard all offseason, continues to work hard. We'll see over the next, I'm really focused on today and where he is, but I could tell you he's doing everything and more to get ready to play.
And then just, do you see him as a guy that can play both sides?
Yeah, again, all of our guys kind of goes back to the previous question about versatility. It's important at that position.
MJ Emerson is obviously still a young guy, but how have you seen him develop as a leader and really an energy bringer on the field for the defense and even the offense on the other side?
Yeah, MJ's been a guy really since we got him. We feel that he's a culture fit. He fits the DNA of our defense. Very tough young man, not afraid of any matchup. As you saw last week, I thought that was fun to watch in practice. Those one-on-ones were awesome on both sides going up against Justin Jefferson. But he does bring a confidence to that group, and he's growing up as a leader, growing up as a player, just continuing to get better.
Do you need to see a significant more amount of Dorian and Tyler to decide what you want to do with your third QB?
Yeah, I think all of these practices, Mary Kay, all of the games, but just think about all the practices we've had going back to April. You're in constant evaluation mode with our guys. So everything that they get is valuable for me and them as well. So those are all determinations that will come later on. But I'm really pleased with how those guys are progressing.
Going off of that, do you expect, if all goes to plan, do you expect Dorian to get some reps Saturday?
We're still working through that at that position, so we'll see.
To gain by playing Deshaun in this game, what would you want to see out of him if he does get out there for a quarter or whatever it is?
I would just tell you, Mary Kay, for all of our players in these game settings, it's a matter of getting ready for the season. And really we do think about each one of our players. What do they need to prepare their mind, prepare their body for a 17-game season? So specifically to a quarterback, it's a matter of just operating.
Kevin, what have you seen from Juwan Briggs as he's gone through really the offseason program and kind of adjusting to the NFL?
Juwan works very hard, in early, out late type of kid. I shouldn't say kid. He's a grown man, married with kids. Works extremely hard, powerful, and pushes his teammates. So I think he's really progressing in our system. Okay, thank you guys.